Morning. Welcome. Buenos días. Buenos días, buenos días. Welcome. Hello. Hello, Joel. How are you? How's everything? How was your weekend? How's everything to all of you? Okay, up to now I'm working with 17 participants or students. Maria Jose Diaz Velasco is coming up. So the attendance is about Alexandra Crespin, Bismarck, Cárdenas, Chilán, Cuenca, Ginger, Giselle, Jean-Pierre, Joel, Madeleine, Melanie, Salazar, Valeria, Verde Soto, Bisueta, Zambrano, Isabela, María José Díaz, and Diego Pisco, who is coming up. So everybody's pretty welcome to a new session for this week. Okay, so let me share my screen in order to explain what we are gonna do. Yeah, because we are gonna do something fun, but I need all your attention, please. Also, I'm gonna share my screen in order to, okay, here we go. All right, so go with me, please. Let me share my, on the chat box, the play link. Please, everybody go with me. The play link, please. And we are able to work together. Okay, Mauricio, Lord Dylan, Sebastian, Sheila, let me see who else. Paul Guerrero. All of them are coming up. Hello, everybody, to the new students. Okay, Mauricio Daniel Alvarado is coming up too. I already shared on the chat box. Let me share once again the play link in order to work together and explain what we are gonna do. So last week, we have been working on the last week, no? On a school train new generation in Mexican, no? And so October 3 to October 7. Then we have been working on the quizzes game. Okay, do you remember? Yes. And then we have been doing the feedback, okay, about the vocabulary or based on the information of the lecture that we were proposed, and the regular verb list that we are gonna work, okay, during the second term, the second break. For today and this week, we are going to work about this during the 2 great hours of class. Let me see, 2 students are coming up too. Luna, let me see who else. Luna Joan. Okay. Thank you. So sorry because I got a misspelling. I said we October 17 to October 214. So sorry, quise decir 21. Okay. Bianca and Alice Camba are coming up. Thank you. De antemano felicito, es uno de los paralelos que más estudiantes tengo. Muchísimas gracias por la acogida. Okay. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. So for today, we have fewer people are continuing their education after high school. So what we are going to talk about? The point is that happened everywhere. This issue happened in many different contexts. It doesn't matter the economical situation, because you know that there are different public superior institutions or college or universities. The point is that the tuitions or the costs that different universities or college have in every country. In United States, it's pretty expensive. In Germany, it's pretty expensive too. For example, in France, if you want to study a post degree, it's totally free. It's for free, yeah. But a post degree, no a bachelor degree or diploma. The point is that it happened in Peru, Bolivia, Venezuela, well, Venezuela is another, is a different case. Chile. Coming soon, after 1 year and a half, you are graduating and you need to decide if you go to a public university or a private university or college. But what happened? What happened when most of you think that there is an obstacle in order to get the university or college? Probably the economic situation, because university has been rising the cost. Last week, I remember I was visiting 3 or 4 universities, sí, and no voy a decir los nombres, yeah, of the universities, but the point is that they have different costs. For example, one of them said 600 monthly, $600 mensuales, private education. Another one said 400, around 400, 400. Another one said 340 because the high school has been a kind of different situation and there is a kind of discount, un tipo de descuento. Well, I was asking for my daughter. In addition, I was in UARTES, which is a public university, Universidad de las Artes. I was in the Universidad de Guayaquil, o Guayaquil University. Please, no le dirán un consejo, sugerencia, no le digan universidad estatal. Estatal es porque es del Estado. Sin embargo, no se le dice universidad estatal, se le dice Universidad de Guayaquil. Sí, estamos acostumbrados a decir universidad estatal, universidad. Lo mismo demoramos, universidad estatal, Universidad de Guayaquil, ya, etcétera, ¿no? Bueno, ya saben, tratemos de corregir eso de ahí, cuando decimos universidad estatal, Universidad de Guayaquil. Thank you. Bueno, uh, well, the point is that there are many options in which you are able to go, but it depends on what kind of career you want to study. Because probably you want to be a doctor, and the best medicine is gonna, people said that is being on the Guayaquil University, odontología as well. However, parents, family member said sometimes, no, I want to be that you be a lawyer, but a good lawyer, a professional lawyer, and the public institution or universities, there is lawyer to career, yeah. However, setting an yeah, private university, there is lawyer too, but in a higher position, higher level, because if you get a bachelor degree there, wow, you are a superstar. It depends. It depends of your goals. What is your target? Because not sometimes students or people want to go to the university. Probably there is a kind of job in which tú seas un emprendedor. Ustedes ven emprendimiento y gestión, si no me equivoco. Cuidado y no quiero causar un problema con los padres y representantes. Pero, por ejemplo, tengo amigos, cualquiera los tiene, que no han pasado por la universidad y tienen un buen negocio. Sí, un buen negocio, tengo amigos. También existen las carreras cortas, que también te da un poco de trabajo. Pero, ¿qué pasa como país con este tema de las carreras cortas? Veamos un poquito esta historia para no alargarme. Sí, sorry si me extendí, pero es un tema que sí debemos verlo. Vamos a trabajar de esta manera. We have a video. In this case, we have a guy, but the video is going to be working with us. The two first questions, we are going to work together. The two first questions. The two last questions, we are going to work on the guide. Are going to be for you, like your homework. In addition, a vocabulary in which you are going to find the part of speech, the meaning, and a good sentences. Okay, based on the context, based on the lecture. We have the word guide, we have the Mentimeter, and upload your guide done. Ahí tienes para subir la tarea. Tenemos un Menti code. ¿Han trabajado antes con Mentimeter? ¿Han trabajado? Menti, sí, no, tal vez, sí. Estamos peleados. ¿Han trabajado antes? Have you been working with Mentimeter before? Previously? Yes or no? Con esto. ¿Han trabajado antes? ¿Estoy solito? ¿Me siento solo? ¿Forever alone?
No sé, se me hace que sí, pero la verdad no estoy seguro.
Ok, gracias. Gracias, Dylan. Ok,
Buenos días, José.
hola, campeón. Buenos días. Guten Morgen. Ok, vamos a hacer esto. Vamos a trabajar step by step como los demás cursos y me prestan atención. Antes de ir al video, vamos a entrar, por favor. Ya ingresaron al Play. Igual les voy a compartir el link. Quiero que todos ingresen, por favor, a Mentimeter. Comparte el link here on the chat box. Everybody, please go with me. Everybody, because we are going to work in a kind of statistics, yeah, based on some questions that I have already proposed for all of you. Listo. Ingresaron conmigo. También tenemos un code, un Mentimeter code, ok, un Menti code. 19, 15, 36, 89. 19153689. Listo. ¿Qué vas a hacer aquí? Vas a ingresar este código and submit. Ok. Todavía no respondas, Sí, no respondas. Nos vamos a la primera pregunta. Sí, es un como de estadísticas. Ok. Todavía no respondas. Ok, es ahí. Ahí en esa pregunta debemos estar. Perfecto. All right. Here we go. Ok. Entramos. Go to slide. Yes. Ok, todo el mundo debe estar aquí. Ya actualicé la pregunta y empezamos. Listo. No respondas todavía, no respondas porque es acorde al video. Ok, pero todos estamos ahí. Listo. Ahí vas a poder responder. And then, estoy haciendo como estudiante también. Y cuando ya escojas one or two or the third one or the fourth one, submit. Okay, it's up to you. However, first, we must watch the video. Pay attention. We are gonna watch the video. Let me see. Let me change my...
Profe, profe,
Ajá,
disculpe.
disculpada. Bueno,
¿Dónde usted pasó el link?
en el chat. No llegó,
No
no
puedo
llegó.
verlo. No,
No
no
llegó.
llegó.
Ya, ya, deja ver qué pasó. Algo pasó. Y si... De mí... Ah, es que lo pasé a la sala de espera. Sorry. Ya, soy humano. Listo. Igual está en el play. Igual está en el play. Ya. Todos. Ya, ok. Listo. Ahí lo pasé a todo. Confírmame, ¿verdad? ¿Sí o no?
Sí, profe,
Ok,
gracias.
gracias, disculpa. No, gracias, gracias por hacerme ver. Soy humano, yo también. No, no vi que decía sala. Y también voy a pasar el code. Ok, ahí está el código. Está en el play también. Ya, se quedan ahí como están, ahí como yo estoy. Ahí, sea en la uno, la 2 o la 3. Eso va a variar acorde el video. ¿Ya? Listo. Empezamos. Vamos a prestar atención al video. El video tiene un tiempo de 5 minutos 31, pero no lo vamos a ver todo de golpe, sino en esta pregunta vamos a ver solo una parte. En la siguiente, step by step. ¿Ya? ¿Ok? Listo. Pay attention, please. Pay attention. Un ratito, que tengo una llamada. Sorry, un ratito. So sorry, so sorry. So sorry, no acostumbro a responder llamadas, pero era de aquí de la unidad. Ok, pensé que pasaba algo, como estoy aquí en la unidad. Listo, ¿estamos listos? Ready or no? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's start. Listen up, please. Put your headphones and pay
School
attention.
session, colleges are seeing more empty seats this year. There are 4 million fewer college students than there were a decade ago. Among students who graduated high school in 2016, 70% began college that fall. In 2020, that number dropped to 63%. There are a few possible explanations for this.
Few
Some people
possible.
point to the pandemic as the main factor, as many students may have pushed college off until later to avoid learning from home in their high school bedrooms. And while this could be part of it, the decline of students started long before many of us ever heard of COVID. We have to consider other factors like cost. A Georgetown report found that between 1980 and 2020, the price of tuition, fees, and room and board for undergrad students rose by 169%, while wages for young Americans haven't increased at the same rate. So many people simply may not have the money or aren't.
Sorry for stopping. Said in this section.
So many people
simply may not have the money. Pay attention. This information, the first section is about the last 10 years, or the 10 last year. Okay, so pay more attention because the question.
Simply may not have the money or aren't willing to go into
Or
debt.
willing to
Student
go
loan
in
debt is
debt.
close to $30,000 on average for four-year college graduates.
Yes, the average student loan debt is 30,000, sometimes per year. Okay, sometimes per year. Because, for example, in the United States, every year is about 30,000, 40,000, 60,000. It depends of the of the university or college. Pero antes de continuar, what is the difference between university or college? Why people said university in different situation, college? ¿Alguien sabe cuál es la diferencia?
Profesor, buenos días. Creo
Hola,
que
Lisbeth.
college,
Ujú.
creo que college es el lugar donde, un instituto donde se puedan quedar a dormir los estudiantes.
Ya.
Y la universidad en este caso no, aunque creo que college también es como una infraestructura más pequeña a comparación de la universidad.
Es lo segundo. The university is a big campus. The college is a building. There are no bedrooms, okay, there are no rooms, okay. Si no voy a decir nombres, pero por ejemplo voy a decir de las grandes. Universidad de Guayaquil, Guayaquil University is a campus. SPOL is a campus, ya. Pero ustedes han visto que ahorita hay universidades en las que solo son 1 o 2 edificios y murió, ya. Esos son college. Pero universidad y college es lo mismo. La diferencia es el campus, no significa que uno es mayor o menor. Ya, es diferente decir los tecnológicos, eso es otra cosa. Ya mismo van a ver cómo podemos decir, aquí decimos el tecnológico. Ya, en Estados Unidos no existe como tal el tecnológico, tiene otra presentación, ya lo vamos a ver, ¿ok? Y depende de eso va a variar los precios, ¿ok? Depende de eso, the tuitions mean the accommodation, food, bedrooms, rooms, and so on, okay? The average, as the video said, the average student loan means préstamo, loan. Debt in 30,000, this is the cheapest. This is the cheapest. It doesn't matter if you go a public education. Uno es decir, no, pues si voy a una universidad gratuita, no pasa nada, no tiene costo. Pero ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa cuando la universidad no queda donde tú vives? Por ejemplo, no nos vayamos tan lejos, aquí en Ecuador, si viviéramos en Piñas no hay universidad, la gente tiene que ir a Cuenca, a la Universidad de Cuenca, que es excelente, tiene que venirse a Guayaquil, tiene que irse a Manabí, tiene que migrar. Miren que sucede en todos lados eso, siendo Ecuador. La diferencia es que aquí no hay esos campus donde puedes dormir. En Yachay sí, Universidad de Ciencia y Tecnología, Yachay, bla, bla. Ya, ahí sí. Sin embargo, por ejemplo, hay una universidad más, pero no voy a mencionar porque parecería que hiciera publicidad. Ya. Pero eso es lo que te cuesta. Eso es lo que te cuesta esa estadía, ese vivir en el campus. No es barato. Depende, hay habitaciones donde duermen 3, 4 máximo, 4 máximo. También si quieres donde dormir uno, es un costo más alto, donde duermen 2. O si quieres rentar y vas con tu familia, ya tienes una familia y quieres rentar una villa entera dentro del campo, eso cuesta, ya, eso cuesta. Puede ser $35,000 al año, como barato, hace tiempo lo recuerdo. Sí, entonces, lo digo por experiencia, estudié en la Universidad de Nuevo México, donde, eso es otra, las universidades están fuera, no están en toda la ciudad, están apartadas. Por ejemplo, la Universidad de Nuevo México es en el desierto, cerca del White Sand, del desierto blanco, donde yo veía esas bolitas de los árboles, dar vuelta al desierto, había alacranes, ya de Black Widows, tú. Un día recuerdo que encontré un Black Widow debajo de mi cama, sí. Entonces, cuesta, ¿no? Cuesta. Sin embargo, la gente busca y eso a veces es lo que a veces frena. Pero hay otras opciones y eso vamos a ver en la tercera pregunta. Vamos a ver, continuamos con el video.
Although higher education experts say it's important to consider the long-term trade-offs. Data from the Social Security Administration says that people with bachelor's degrees earn between $600,000 and $900,000 more over the course of their lifetime than someone with just a high school diploma.
Okay, pause. Ready, here we go. First question, based on the first information, basado en la primera información, vamos a hacer nuestro voto. What caused college enrollment, the college enrollment, to drop over the last 10 years? Remember, the last 10 years, we are not talking about the current situation. We have been watching and listening and learning a little bit more. What should be the cause of college enrollment to drop over the last 10 years of the 10 last year? First option, enrollment dropped because students have gone in debt. Second option, enrollment dropped because many students are working. Third option, enrollment dropped mostly because of the pandemic. He said something about the pandemic, but I'm not sure it's the right answer, but it's up to you. Enrollment dropped because many college costs have risen. Okay? What you say? College costs have risen. Ok, vamos a ver sus respuestas. ¿Cómo va? Let's see. All right. Let's see. On the option number 1, said the enrollment dropped because students have gone in debt. We have 2 students. On the second one, anybody. The third option, anybody. And the fourth option said enrollment dropped because many colleges costs have risen. Okay. 22. And it is increasing too. Okay. Hasta el momento hay 26 respuestas, 26 answers, pero estoy trabajando con 37. ¿Dónde está el resto? Okay, we have one option. Enrollment dropped mostly because the pandemic. Two answers. I'm working with 31 answers. 6 more. 6 no han respondido. 5 no han respondido. 5 students are missing. Okay. Okay, Ana Martinez is coming up. Thank you. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? Thank you, 34. 34. 4 students are missing. Okay, let's continue. Enrollment dropped because students have to go into debt. Sí, tenemos esa opción, la primera, the first option in which the video said that students have gone into debt, porque adquieren deudas, ¿no? O no quieren entrar en las deudas, etcétera, ¿no? Pero no significa que es la correcta. Por ese caso, para el que puso ahí ahorita el 35. The second option, enrollment dropped because many students are working. The video never said something about that. Mentioned that students are working, the future college degree students, but never said about that it's a right option. Yeah, of course, the bachelor degree or graduate students must work. However, they must study too, as well. Third option, enrollment dropped mostly because of the pandemic. The video said of the pandemic situation, but remember the pandemic situation have gone. Not finished, but has been happening 2 years ago. 1 year ago during the 2 years. Okay, 2020 and 22. Okay, remember, but that happened before. We are in the 2022. So the last option, enrollment dropped because many college costs have risen. Yes, that's the answer, in which is a little bit attached with the first one. Yeah, the last one with the first one, it's a little bit because the first one said has gone into debt, porque entra en deuda. However, because many college costs have risen, yes, because as you remember, there was a chart, a statistic chart in which the tuition and the cost has been rising during 2016, from 2016 to 2020. Okay, in different situations, different years. So congratulations who answered on the fourth option. Good job. Good job. Congratulations. Yeah. Let's see the another question. Ya. Y veamos qué opción es. Ya voy a actualizar la pregunta. Ok, voy a actualizar la pregunta. Ahorita lo dejo haciendo de una vez. Good job. Good job. Good job. Let me give me a second and see the another one. Ok. Te va a salir en el Mentimeter te va a salir. Ok. Antes de continuar, yo también voy a votar yes, enrollment W because many college has been risen. Yes, también fue esa la respuesta. Muy bien, para que veas lo que va a pasar. Voy a actualizar y voy a presentar la de aquí, la segunda pregunta. Ok, y te va a decir que ahí está. En algunos casos te va a decir que se ha modificado, se ha actualizado la diapositiva. ¿Quieres ir? Go to the slide. ¿Ok? O si no, se cambia automáticamente. ¿Sí? En la segunda. Perfect. Go for the second question. Here we go. Pay attention. Go. One, two, three.
Data is scarce on how that advantage compares to previous generations of college graduates. We sat down with Talani Britton, a professor who studies the economics of higher education, to unpack this a bit more.
I don't think that it's simply like, you know, get those loans, you're going to be fine long term. I don't think that's quite the case. And at the same time, I also think, well, what are the other options? And are those other options, both in the short term and long term, as beneficial?
Let's take a look at those other options. One alternative.
We have here the another options. Pay attention. Just in case it's so complicated to get in depth and to go university, there are community college. Here is like it's a college because the site, but are community college. Pay attention.
Is students going to a community college for 2 years and then transferring to a 4-year school to offset costs. But only 8% of community college students who want a bachelor's degree go on to achieve it. They face common roadblocks, like finding out most of their credits won't transfer, and they'll have to start from scratch at a 4-year school to get a degree.
Oh, what happened here is so complicated when you study in a community college, in which there are many. I have living in Boston and have been studying in Boston. In Boston, there are many community college. However, when you want to transfer to university, it's so complicated because the Maya curricular is totally different. Yeah, but you get a bachelor degree, but it's like a specialty, like a mechanic, like como aquí tenemos spa, corte y confección, mecánica. Ya vamos a ver otro tipo de eso, como le podemos decir. Son los famosos esos cursos de community college, cursos de enfermería, ya donde tecnológicos te proponen a 2 años, etcétera. Bajo costo, menor tiempo. Sin embargo, tiene también sus pros y sus contras. Cuando tú quieres, aquí también es difícil, pero en otros países es súper complicado luego transferir esos créditos. Créditos means materias, credits means subjects. Y ahí te estancas, porque después si quieres ir a la universidad, como dijo el video, students scratch, jalando ahí, peleando para completar los 4 años. So, pay attention to the question, and based on the second information, here to answer. Okay, let me zoom here. Voting. According to the video, there are long-term trade-off to consider when planning for college and career. What evidence support this idea? We have 4 options. 4 options too. The first one, college graduate make more money over a lifetime than high school graduates, but one has to think about the cost of loans. Second, college graduate make a lot of money, than in the past, but earlier generations pay less for a college education. Third, college graduate may have to borrow a lot of money, but it has proven to be a greater benefit than most other options. College graduate may have to think, the fourth option, college graduate may have to think about other options after they graduate, but they will lead to a higher income. Okay, so we have the question. According to the video, there are long-term trade-off. What means trade-off? ¿Cuál es el significado de trade-off? Es un phrasal verb. ¿Qué dicen ustedes? Trade-off. A ver, cibernautas, sus diccionarios. Justamente hoy trabajamos en diccionarios. Trade-off. To consider when planning for college and career. ¿Nadie?
Compensaciones,
Ok, una compensación económica,
beneficios.
una facilidad, beneficio. Thank you. Exactly. So, there are long-term trade-offs to consider when planning for college and career. What evidence support this idea? 1, 2, 3, or 4 options. Vamos a ver la estadística. ¿Cómo va? Ok, we have. All right. Solo 4 estudiantes han respondido. Actualicen su página o automáticamente ya les sale. Vamos. Estoy trabajando con 38. Ahí va. Todos han ido a la opción 4. Tal vez no han comprendido bien las opciones. Okay, here we go, 20, 25. Okay, 23, 24, 34. Oh, muy bien. Uno más, one more. ¿Algo pasó? All right. Okay, 35. Yes, let's see. Just one student's voting of the first one. Mhm. Okay, first one, second option, third option, fourth option. Here we have. No sé, siento de que esta parte no quedó bien comprendida. Vamos a ver un poquito. Ok, voy a dejar esa pantalla ahí. Voy a dejarlo. Ok, voy a dejarla ahí. Sí. Está por terminarse la primera hora. No se olviden que nos conectamos. Me dan espacio hasta que se descargue el video de la clase grabada. Son 10 minutos, ¿no? En la segunda hora empezaría 7:50. 7:55 nos conectamos todos, ¿ok? Sí, 7:55 hasta que se descargue el video, porque si no se pone lento. ¿Listo? Entonces, voy a dejarlo ahí, voy a dejarlo ahí. Stretch your body, nos estiramos un poquito y voy a dejar poniendo el video hasta que se termine la primera hora. Tal vez algo no quedó claro, ¿ok? Voy a dejar poniendo nuevamente la segunda parte, ¿sí? Y lo escuchamos nuevamente.
Average for four-year college graduates. Although higher administration says that
Okay, here we go.
data is scarce on how that advantage compares to previous generations of college graduates. We sat down with Talani Britton, a professor who studies the economics of higher education, to unpack this a bit more.
I don't think that it's simply like, you know, get those loans, you're going to be fine long term. Because I don't think that's quite the case. And at the same time, I also think, well, what are the other options? And are those other options, both in the short term and long term, as beneficial?
Let's take a look at those other options. One alternative is students going to a community college for 2 years and then transferring to a 4-year school to offset costs. But only 8% of community college students